My dear students, today in this class we will read the continued part of the lesson Oru Manushyan. As in our previous class, we came to know that writer says his experience is in a distant land where he doesn't know the language of that land, and further he was not having the money, and the people were also cruel. And what was his profession? His profession was to teach English, means writing their address in English, and it was considered the highest mode of education there. And further, it is said, and the writer used to wake up at 4 p.m. because to avoid the expenses occurred on the morning tea and noon meal. So on one day, so he explains regarding, I entered, we'll continue from here, I entered a crowded restaurant. I ate a full meal consisting of chapatis and meat curry. I drank tea as well. The bill came to 11 annas. So we completed this paragraph even in our previous class. So, and he entered a crowded restaurant and had full meal and ate chapatis and meat curry, and bill came to 11 annas. And as he puts his hand here, he says, I put my hand in my coat pocket to pay the bill, so I began sweating profusely. Profusely means in a large quantity. In large quantity, heavily, started to sweat heavily. What was the reason? Whatever he had eaten digested very instantly, because the reason was the pocket was not there in his coat. Because someone has, he said to the restaurant owner, someone has picked my pocket. Someone has picked my pocket and taken away my wallet. Someone has taken my pocket and taken away my money inside. See the situation here of the writer, away from the place, his hometown. He is not having money, he doesn't know the language and doesn't know the people as well properly. So that it had that situation, or he was in such a situation that he has to take some adventurous things. Now, here it was very busy restaurant. It was very crowded restaurant, as it is said earlier, busy restaurant. The owner gave a loud guffaw, startling everyone around. He caught me by the lapels of my coat and shaking me, cried, this trick won't work here. This trick, that intelligence, this plan won't work here. Put the money down and go. Put the money down and go, or else I shall gouge your eyes out. Here, the usual discussion between better call unusual, not usual discussion between the owner as well as such a customer. Okay, that is why in this lesson we read the transformation of qualities in human beings. Okay, we should remember that point in our mind while reading this lesson. Here, the owner, and he said, someone has picked my pocket, or I don't have money because someone has taken away my money. To the whom? To the owner, to the restaurant owner. Then owner gave a loud guffaw. What is the meaning of guffaw? G-U-F-F-A-W. Guffaw means loud laughing. That is loud laugh. Usually he started to laugh because such incidents were common for that restaurant owner, but not common for this writer. Okay, the owner took that incident as like others. So loud guffaw, started to laugh loudly, startling everyone around. Startling means here everyone who were standing around or other customers, they were shocked and surprised. Startling means here shocked. Here are called surprised. Surprised or shocked by the expression which was given by the owner that startled everyone around. Here, shocked, surprised everyone around. He caught me. He says, the writer says he means here the owner caught him by the lapels of his coat. By the lapels of his coat in the sense, here, coat. Immediately after the collar, which comes the folded part of the coat. Here, folded part of the, it's called lapels. Immediately after the collar, it comes folded part. Folded back it is. Okay, it's called lapels. Here, he caught him, the owner caught him by the lapels of his coat and shaking him, shook him, usually shook him like this. And cried means not said, yelled, or said in a high pitch, this trick won't work here, this plan doesn't work here. Put the money, keep the money or the bill down and go. Keep the money down and go. Else I'll gouge your eyes out. Gouge out. Gouge out. Here, what is the meaning of Gouge? Gouge means here remove something. Here, how? Here it means to remove. Better gouge means to remove or remove something in a painful way. Gouge means to remove something. He said, I will gouge your eyes means I will remove your eyes out. Okay. I will remove your eyes out. The usual discussion between the customers as well as owner in such circumstances. Gouge out. I will gouge out your eyes. Next. I looked at the people around me. He looked at the people around him. There were many people. It was a crowded restaurant. Many people were there. I didn't see even a kind face. See, he didn't see even one kind face, kind person, human. Okay, they had the look of hungry wolves. They were looking at him like hungry wolves, wolves, waiting to see what is going to happen, what would happen. Okay, here they were watching and enjoying the situation, like hungry wolves. Many people around him, he didn't see even one kind heart, kind face, and all were looking and enjoying the situation and looked like hungry wolves. If he said he would gouge me, if he said he would gouge my eyes out, he would gouge them out. Yes, people already he has explained regarding the type of the people. They valued money. That is why if he says he would gouge his eyes out, he would gouge them. There is no question. Okay, he would gouge. That is why I said, he himself said first, let my coat be here. He said, I'll keep my coat. I'll keep my coat here because now I don't have that pocket, that money, so I'll keep my coat here. I'll go and bring some money. I'll go and bring money. Till that my coat be here only. It will be here only, said. The restaurant keeper laughed again by hearing the words of this writer, and he says, he started to laugh. He asked me to take off my coat. Yes, he was ready. Yes, take off. He told him the same. He asked me to take off, to remove. Take off means here, to remove the coat, his coat. Yes. Then I took off my coat. Yes, there was no other way, no another chance. He took off his coat. Then, yes, he placed his coat and he asked me to take off my shirt. First, he himself said, in here, I said, let my coat be here. I will go and bring some money. Who said? The writer. The restaurant keeper laughed again. He asked me to do the same. Yes, you can. Yes, you must. And the writer took off the coat. Then he asked me, the owner continued the next process. That is, he asked me to take off my shirt. He told, the owner said, that fellow, the writer, yes, to remove or to unbutton his shirt. He asked me to take off my shirt. I took off my shirt. First, here he took off his coat. Next, he took off his shirt. Next, then he asked me to take off both. He asked me to take off both my shoes. Then he told him, to remove your shoes. He removed his shoes. Okay, already he had given his coat, he removed his shirt and given shoes also. To take off both my shoes. Yes, I took off both shoes. Finally he asked me, very dangerous one, finally he asked me to take off my trousers. He told him to give his trousers. Then the writer shocked. So, how to give trousers? Yes, he said coat. First he said coat. He agreed and gave the coat. Then he asked for the shirt and he gave the shirt. Then shoes. Then the question came when he asked him to take off his trousers. Then the writer, see here, my dear students, so the idea looked, what was the plan behind this one? To strip me in the sense to make naked, one by one, coat, shirt, shoes, trousers. So gog me naked and gog out my eyes and send me out naked. What was the plan? Removing his eyes, then making him stark naked and sending him. So this was the plan behind. So he smelled the dangerous, that appearance. Then the writer said, I have nothing on underneath. I have nothing on underneath here. He said nothing on underneath. Underneath in the sense underside, directly under another. Okay, here underside, underneath. It is called underneath. I have nothing on underneath. I cannot remove trousers because I have nothing on underneath. So he says, I cannot remove this one. Everyone laughed by hearing the words of this writer. The restaurant keeper said, I doubt it. No, I have doubt whether you have something on your underneath or not. I want to see. So I doubt it. You must have something on your underneath. I doubt it. Doubt should be clarified. So you must have something on your underneath. Underneath here. Something on your underneath. About 50 people crowded restaurant. 50 people ripted. Here people. The crowd ripted. They were enjoying. And there must be something on underneath. They ripted. There must be something on underneath. There must be something on underneath. See here that the person in that situation, he was completely helpless. Helpless state of the person here. Then further it continues. My hands refused to move. Yes, he was forced once again. All people were standing and telling that there must be something on underneath. So my hands refused. Refused means not ready, rejected to move. I saw in my imagination a man standing in the crowd. He saw himself, he imagined himself, his picture. How it happens when he removes his trousers. I saw in my imagination a man standing in the crowd, stark naked, completely naked, without his eyes. Life was going to end like that. Life was going to end like that. Let it end. And for all this, I never mind, I never mind. Oh, creator of the world, my God, I had nothing to say. Everything would end. Everything would end to the satisfaction of all. Yes, there was no other chance. Nothing was there. Hence, there it said, my hands refused to move. I saw in my imagination, he imagined himself, the person who was standing in the crowd without eyes, without clothes, completely naked and moving. Life was going to end. Nothing. Here he says, life is about to end. Here, going to end. Like, let it end. If it happens, let it happen. Because no one is there to help him. So, let it end. And for all this, and let it happen. I never mind. I never mind. Oh, creator of the world, God. Oh, my God. I had nothing to say. Everything would end. Everything is going to end. Everything would end to the satisfaction of all the people who are standing and looking at him and enjoying the situation, his helpless situation. I began to undo one by one the buttons of my trousers. He began to undo. Undo means to open or to remove. Undo one by one the buttons of my trousers, buttons of his trousers. Then I heard a voice. Stop, I shall pay the money. Someone, I heard a stranger comes. Someone here, one stranger came, said, heard a voice, stop, I shall pay the money. Said, one fellow came and said, stop. Here, when he began to undo one by one the buttons of his trousers, suddenly he heard the voice and said that, stop, I shall pay the money. Everyone turned in the direction of the voice. All started to look at the person who said that. There stood a fair complexion man, looking good. Fair complexion means looking good. 6 foot tall, with a red turban. Headgear, turban means we consider like this. Headdress, it is called headdress, turban. Headdress. Or sometimes headgear also we consider. Headdress, white trousers. He spotted a handlebar mustache. And had blue eyes. See the appearance of the man. Stranger who came over there to help the fellow. There stood a fair complexioned man, 6 foot tall, with a red turban, headdress, white trousers. He spotted a handlebar. Here a wide, thick mustache, curving slightly upward. So handlebar mustache it is. Okay, looking. So here fair complexioned fellow, 6 foot tall, with red turban, with white trousers, and her handlebar mustache, and had blue eyes, with wide and thick mustache curved slightly upward, and blue eyes. And further explains, blue eyes, in that area, blue eyes were quite common at that place. He came forward and asked the restaurant keeper, and that stranger, unknown fellow, came forward and asked the owner, how much did you say it was? What was the bill? Said, 11 annas. He paid the amount. He turned to me and said, put on your clothes. He means who? The fellow or the stranger who came and helped him. Put on your clothes. His shoes, shirt, coat, and once again, so he became neat and tidy. Put on them. Come, he called me. He said, come, he called me. I went with him. He went with that stranger. Did I have words to express my gratitude? Here, gratitude. See, what to say now? how to explain, how to express his gratitude, thankfulness to that fellow, how to. There won't be no words to explain the help extended by that fellow, fair complex general fellow, a stranger, gratitude. I told him, you have done a great work, great deed, great help, great. I haven't seen a finer man. I haven't seen a finer man. I haven't seen such a man till this day. Here, he laughed, simply he laughed. Who? The stranger, the fellow who helped. What is your name? He asked. The stranger asked him the name. I told him, I told him my name and where I came from. He explained everything about his details, or from where he had come, and his name and everything explained to whom? To the stranger. Next, he didn't laugh at that. Here, he explained. And he said, "Here, what is your name?" He asked. I told him my name and where I came from. And here, what is your name? He asked. What is your name? He asked. Before here? Yes, he laughed. What is your name? He asked. I told him my name and where I came from. I asked the man his name. I asked the man his name. He said, I have no name. It is not mentioned here. Please go through the text bit. Here, what is your name? He asked. I told him my name and where he had come from. And I asked him, the man, what was his name? He said he had no name. I said, in that case, mercy must be your name. These two lines are not here. It is not considered here, please. Here, the same, he asked, as the stranger asked his name, and this fellow asked the name of the stranger, he said, I have no name. And for that purpose, he said, mercy must be your name. There he explained. Then he didn't laugh at that. He walked on until we reached a deserted bridge. Deserted means no one was there. Deserted bridge. He looked all around. There was no one. All around means around. There was no one. Look, you must go away without turning round. He said, the stranger said, if anyone asks you whether you have seen me, you must say no. If someone asks about me regarding my appearance, my eyes, my hair handlebar, mustache and everything, you should say that you don't know about anything about me. So, look, he looked all around, there was no one. Look, you must go away without turning round, without turning back, without looking back. If anyone asks about my details, you should not give. Okay, you must say, no, I understood. He took out from his various pockets about 5 wallets. 5 among them was mine. He took out from his various pockets about 5 wallets. Among 5, one was his. Which of these is yours? He said. I pointed to my wallet. Here he showed his wallet. Open it. Then I opened it. My money was there, intact, safe. I put it in my pocket. Once again I put it in my coat pocket. Now, my dear students, here, who is the stranger? Stranger is a pickpocketer. Here, now in that situation, that fellow is better than all the people and that restaurant owner, and he paid his own amount, not from the pocket. Here, the transformation of qualities in human beings. Here, all are good, all are bad, all are strong, all are weak. Okay, we cannot say that he is completely good, he is completely bad. Okay, he is completely strong, he is completely weak. We cannot hurl our own cynicism, our own opinion to others. So I opened it. My money was there, very safe in that pocket, that pickpocketer. Who picked his pocket? That fellow picked his pocket. Who helped? The same fellow helped him. I put it in my pocket. He told me, go, may God help you. Go, may God help you. I repeated, may God help you. Surprise, surprise. Exclamatory mark is there because even such a fellow helps, such a man helps, to whom the society has considered or neglected, giving a title, that is a thief or a pickpocketer. There we can see some good qualities. Here we cannot compare. That is why in this story we came to know regarding who is a good human being. The first question before starting this topic, here that we went through that concept, whether the person who is standing or staying away from the world and crowd, or the person who helps others, or the violent man, like the one who helps the needy. So it depends. Here Manushyan means a man, the same man who helped that fellow. So in this topic we read, there we can see good qualities in bad, bad qualities in good. So here the writer surprised, that is why he to say may, dumbfounded, speechless. Okay, so what to say? That is why he said your name must be mercy. God help you. May God help you. God help you. You will one day or other day God helps you. So, my dear students, by this topic completed, we will discuss question answers in our next class. Thank you.